Y'all know what time it is. It's Spin the Block again. Now, this video was done January 15th. So it's almost a year, but you could see how my opinion has vastly changed. But it didn't change to where I turned on her. It's where things started to play out, and that's when I was like, hold up. Gypsy Rose went from this.
Can't bring me down. I'm on a high right now.
Yes.
I'm living my best life, and y'all can't take that from me.
And the D is
Fire.
To this. Let's talk about why.
Hey everyone, this is Gypsy. So I know it's been a crazy last 2 weeks. I had a documentary, I had an ebook, and I had to promote those projects that I'm super proud of. But now things are starting to settle down in my regular, normal life. So I wanted to kind of bring things back to the point of why I'm on social media to begin.
As I stated in my previous video, she could be violating her probation. I didn't say for sure because as I am not a lawyer, I said she could. And here, a parole lawyer did say, here, yes, she's spot on. So, let's talk about it. Also, Nicholas GODEJOHN spoke out to the media, and I want you guys to watch this clip before we discuss it further.
I knew it was going to be a matter of time before Nick GODEJOHN broke his silence. Nick GODEJOHN is currently serving a life sentence plus 25 years for the murder of Gypsy Rose's mom, Dee Blanchard. Gypsy Rose done got released and she's just out here doing the most. Nick recently sent an email to the New York Post and he's telling y'all, he said, I want people to know that I am not lost in the ether of all of what's going on, and who shall not be named. He walking in the right line. He's not saying nothing. He's not making no accusations. He said, I am just being patient for my true time to speak. Hello. Now his attorneys are filing for a new trial, saying that he should not have been charged with first-degree murder. Instead, he should have been charged with second-degree murder. His attorneys now are saying that his public defenders during the trial did not argue his innocence. They're saying that he is not able to understand due to his mental capacity. This time they're bringing in a neuropsychologist to prove that his mental state does not meet the requirement for first-degree murder. Oh, y'all think I'm playing? Please hold. Tyler Cole, he's a real deal. He's not the 1, the 2, or the 3. Let me tell you, not only is he coming with a new team of neuropsychologists that's going to examine and prove that, Nick was actually coerced into doing this, he's going to have to bring this before 3 judges. And if that appeal is granted, I don't know, Gypsy Rose might be facing some new charges. Not only that, he may become eligible for parole, which means that he could be released as well. So this is what the people wanted, right? Oh, Nick's in jail, what about Nick? Well, guess what? Nick is being spoken for, y'all. Y'all meet me in the comments.
Now that I presented all the evidence backing why I said what I said, let's talk about it. Now, Gypsy is still property of the state. She is on parole. So basically, she is spending the rest of her time out here on these streets. What that means is she cannot say whatever she wants because she is still property of the state. Now, I do believe she's been told she needs to sit this out, which is why you see a vast difference between these both videos, or both of these videos, rather. Also, she has spoke so much, and Nicholas GODEJOHN is still trying to fight an appeal. Doesn't make good for her. I noticed in my comment section, everyone keeps saying double jeopardy. But what people don't understand about double jeopardy, it simply means you can't be brought up on the same charge, but new charges could be added. If Nicholas GODEJOHN wins this appeal, that could mean there'll be trouble in paradise for her. And now that this has hit the press the way it has, Nicholas GODEJOHN has a team of people behind him. And this means things could go downhill fairly fast. Coming out on social media as fast as she did, it has given her a lot of clout, but it's also given Nicholas GODEJOHN a lot of time to really think, okay, I've been writing for this woman and I've sat in prison behind trying to help her after I kept trying to talk her out and she kept talking me in. And I am sitting in prison behind this and she's out here gallivanting, saying, really, he's not my problem. Now, had Gypsy Rose had came out and just been super duper duper quiet, he would have nothing to feed on that she said. Now, everyone has been talking about Gypsy's PR team. I'm going to be very honest with you. I think up until this interview that she did, or this podcast, her only PR team was her family and Ryan. Because a PR team would have never had her put herself out here like that as rapidly as she did. Let's be very honest, the public isn't really that lenient. And that is where she's going to find herself in a pickle. Now that we spoke about the problem, let's talk about the possible solution. Now, it would be smart for Gypsy to come out and really speak on her behavior the last 2 weeks. She could say, I got really excited for this fast fame. I had not experienced this in a long time, because she has experienced this in the past, and it was almost like a high. And now my life is settling in, and I'm realizing that wasn't the best decision. And I'm not setting a great example for the kids that are coming up behind me. Now, let me make this abundantly clear. I am not saying for her to be disingenuous. I am saying that if this is how she feels, then that's what she needs to say. Now, also, where I think she could do things differently is really put different things on social media. Like she said, she was going to be an advocate to the parole board. She needs to really start putting that into action. She needs to start getting into local places, speaking to kids, speaking about where she feels like she could have did things differently, or how there's redemption after things like this, and what Munchausen by proxy is, and the type of help she feels like they need. But here is where she's going wrong. She does not want to see a therapist. Now, I would not take you serious as an advocate that wasn't willing to sit down and speak to someone. Going to therapy is basically saying, look, I know that there's a problem. I am not perfect and I cannot do this on my own, so I'm going to seek help. Her not going to therapy, to me, is a huge red flag. And especially the fact that even in something just as simple as her settling down in her life, getting married, coming out of prison, those are big life-changing events. And just to sit down and speak to someone about it, I think would have been a good idea, even had she not had committed murder. Now, she is out and doesn't want to seek therapy. I really think she needs to go to therapy. Come on social and say, or an interview and say, I realize that I need therapy. I am seeking therapy, and I am trying to become the best version of myself. That is very important. Becoming the best version of yourself doesn't mean you're going to be perfect. It just means that you're striving to become better every day. Now, of course, I am not a legal expert. This would just be something that I would advise her to do, because the courts and parole boards all operate very similar. Taking accountability for your actions really gives you a lot of power. And I'm not saying to do it because of power. It just allows you to really redeem yourself. You can make things better. You know you went wrong. And that's where she needs to go. How could someone not like someone that is willing to take accountability for their actions? You can't. That's so powerful. However, I do think Gypsy, I want her to do better. I want things to get better for her. But I also have some tea on her actual case that I want to spill. So stay tuned. That is going to come up soon. And we will see what we think after I release all this information from her court documents and medical records. Some of these documentaries aren't being 100% honest. But who am I? But let's talk about it. However, this is the final look. I hope you guys have a great day and stay tuned for more. Bye-bye for now.
Now, I want y'all to drop down below your thoughts on this, because I know it's very different from what you're seeing from me now. And I want you guys to remember that this was before the chromosome disorder even was a thing. Most of us didn't know about the chromosome disorder at this point. So this was my perception of the situation way before then. And this was around January 14th. So let me know how you guys feel. Bye-bye for now.